Hello everyone. In this video I cover a NIST Special Publication 1835 released in June 2025, which offers a practical guide for organizations seeking to implement zero trust architecture. In today's cybersecurity environment, traditional perimeter defenses are no longer effective. Users and data move across multiple devices, networks and locations, often outside of direct enterprise control. Threat actors exploit these realities, making lateral movement, credential theft, and insider threats increasingly common. As a result, the old model of trusting internal networks by default has become dangerously obsolete. Zero Trust addresses this by fundamentally removing the assumption of trust. Every request for access is evaluated dynamically and continuously. It no longer matters if the user or device is inside or outside the corporate network, verification is always required. This approach ensures that sensitive assets remain protected no matter where they are accessed from or who is trying to access them. When properly implemented, Zero Trust delivers protection that extends across both on-premises infrastructure and cloud services. Employees, partners, and third-party contractors can gain secure access to what they need, while unauthorized lateral movement within the environment is strictly contained. Real-time monitoring ensures that any anomalous behavior is detected and addressed immediately, and insider threats are mitigated by the ongoing enforcement of security policy, not assumptions of trust. To move Zero Trust from theory into practice, NIST worked with 24 technology partners to develop 19 fully implemented example architectures. Each of these demonstrates how Zero Trust principles can be applied in real-world enterprise environments using commercially available technologies. The goal was not to define a single solution, but to show that Zero Trust is adaptable across organizations of varying size, industry, and complexity. At the heart of every Zero Trust deployment are the core components that control access decisions. The policy engine determines whether access should be granted based on risk, identity, and context. The policy administrator carries out these decisions, and the policy enforcement point is where traffic is actually allowed or blocked. Supporting these are systems responsible for identity and access management, endpoint security, security analytics, and data protection, all feeding into the policy engine's decision. NIST organized its implementation efforts into multiple phases to reflect how most enterprises will realistically adopt Zero Trust. The initial phase focused on identity governance and on-premises controls, forming a foundation upon which cloud integration and device discovery could be added in the second phase. The final phase integrated more advanced capabilities, including software-defined perimeters, microsegmentation, and Secure Access Service Edge, or SASE, to address complex hybrid environments. All of these deployments were rigorously tested in a controlled laboratory that simulated real enterprise networks. The lab environment included 4 distinct enterprise models: hybrid cloud connectivity, remote workforce scenarios, branch office networks, and full WAN, so WAN emulation. The technologies used reflected real commercially available products, ensuring that the examples could be directly replicated by organizations in the field. Despite its clear benefits, transitioning to Zero Trust is not without challenges. Organizations must secure executive commitment and foster organization-wide support. They need to develop detailed, mission-aligned access policies, often requiring a full inventory of assets, users, and roles, so typical IT security stuff. Integration of disparate technologies from multiple vendors can be complex, and building the necessary expertise may require significant staff training and upskilling. To support organizations on this journey, NIST recommends a practical step-by-step process. The first step is to gain full visibility into the environment by identifying all systems, users, and data flows. From there, organizations should define access policies that reflect both their business objectives and risk tolerance. Existing security investments should be leveraged wherever possible to minimize duplication of effort. Policies should be applied incrementally with continuous testing and verification to ensure that they are functioning as intended. Finally, organizations must remain adaptive, recognizing that the threat landscape, business requirements, and available technologies will continue to evolve over time. Zero Trust is not a product. It's not a single system that can be purchased and deployed. It's a long-term security discipline that demands ongoing commitment. Organizations that approach Zero Trust as a continuous process will be far better positioned to defend against both external adversaries and internal threats as their environments evolve. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.